Hello everyone, welcome back to Geo 360. Actually, there are many important decisions which we make in our life. Among those decisions, our career lies at the top. As the 10th and 12th results have come out, many parents and students will be confused about deciding which group to take in higher secondary school, and the 12th passed out students and their family members will be definitely in a dilemma to join which course. In order to help them out, we have come up with this video. So please share to your friends and relatives who are in such situation, and in general this video will also be useful to everyone who watches it. Basically, now we will start from deciding which group to join after 10th grade. Primarily, there are three important groups which 95% of the people take. So what are those groups? Those three groups which I told that 95% of the people will take are physics, chemistry, maths and biology, which is the first group. The second group is physics, chemistry, maths and computer science, which is the second group. The third group is the C group, also known as the commerce group. I'll first explain about the advantages of each group so that you can make a proper choice while selecting. If you take PCMB group, that is physics, chemistry, maths and biology group, you have the chances of pursuing either medicine or engineering after completing your schooling. But when you opt PCMC, that is physics, chemistry, maths and computer science group, you don't have the choice of becoming a doctor in the future. The basic difference in these two groups is that the subjects of biology and computer science. Though biology is a bit hectic subject when compared to computer science, we opt you this group because you have a wide variety of chances of deciding your career after 2 years. It's because the human mindset changes when you get exposed to a lot of things. We opt you this group because it increases the chances of deciding your career with wide variety of options in the future. If you take any of these two groups, you are eligible to join the degree courses except one or two courses after finishing your 12th grade. If you are a below average student and if you have already fixed your mind that you can't compete with biology and become a doctor, you people can opt PCMC group, which would be much easier when compared to the biology group. There is also another group called PCB group, which constitutes of physics, chemistry, biology. In this group, the biology is divided into two parts, that is botany and zoology. The difference is that you will be writing both botany and zoology in separate papers. People who are in a mindset of becoming only a doctor or any courses related to allied health sciences can well and good opt this group. The next group is the C group, which is also called as the commerce group. If you take this group, you can pursue BCom in your college and you can become an auditor or a chartered accountant in the future. Now we have entered into the most important part of the video. We will now see the career options after 12th grade. We will discuss the options available in the following order. First is the MBBS, that is how to become a doctor. The second one is that the engineering courses. Third, we will see about the degree courses, the agricultural courses and the veterinary courses and the related stuff. The fourth one, we will see how to become a chartered accountant. Finally, we will also give you some tips regarding how to become an IAS or an IPS officer or to crack the state or the national level group exams, which is PSC and TNPSC respectively. So, how to become a doctor? There are three different exams available to become a doctor in India. The first one is the NEET exam, which is conducted for all the government and private medical colleges across the country. The next one is the AIMS exam for the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. The third one is the JIPMER, which is located at Pondicherry. Around 10 to 12 lakh students compete for the NEET exam every year, and most of them nowadays are dropping a year exclusively after 12th grade for the preparation of this exam. Out of this, around 77,000 students get placed in various government and private medical colleges every year. So your aim must be to get a good cutoff and get placed in any of the government medical college across the country. If your parents are very rich, well and good, you just need to get pass mark for the exam, which would be around 200 every year, and you can spend crores of money and get into any of the private medical college. But now everyone would be wondering what would be the safe cutoff to get a government medical college seat. I can assure you that if you get a score above 500 out of 720, you can get into any of the government medical college in the next 2 years. We have attached the link for the further details of the exam in the description given below. Check at it if you are interested. In AIMS and JIPMER, there are around 750 and 200 MBBS seats every year, respectively. These exams are much harder when compared to the NEET exam, so our option for you would be the NEET exam as the first choice of preparation. If you need any peculiar tips for NEET exam preparation, put in the comments given below and stay tuned for the updates. We'll come up with the video for that. So now you have worked hard for 2 or 3 years and you have not got an MBBS seat. What would be the next option for you? Most people suggest to take BDS, that is dentistry, as the second option. But truly speaking, this course doesn't have much need and scope in India, though it is one of the highest paid profession in USA. So it's your choice to choose it or not. The next line, you can opt any of the paramedical courses or allied health sciences like physiotherapy, speech therapy, anesthesia, etc., or any of the nursing courses which are always valuable. If you pursue B Pharm, you can also enter into drug development and research sectors rather than just opening a pharmacy. Actually, any of the allied health sciences and paramedical courses can be bravely taken as they will be definitely needed till the human beings exist. So next we'll see about the various engineering courses. There was loads of craze for engineers some years ago, but now it has actually gone down. The main reason is that many engineers are coming out every year and many of them are not getting proper employment. Many of the IT companies are also dropping their employees after some years. But when we analyze with a broad mind, the field of engineering is as much important as the medical field. As the world is heading towards the robotic revolution, the scope of engineering is very much on a higher side in the future. So if you are in a mindset that engineering is of no use, please come out of that mindset. Now I'll tell you how to choose colleges to get better placement and develop better skills. If you have completed your 12th grade in CBSE, ISC board or any of the state boards, you have to write the JEE examination, which consists of two parts, the prelims and the mains. Your goal must be to get a seat in any of the IITs or NITs. IITs are the Indian Institute of Technology, NIT is the National Institute of Technology. If you have done your higher secondary in state board in Tamil Nadu, you can apply for Anna University counseling. Your goal must be to get any of the top 10 engineering colleges under the Anna University. If you need any suggestion regarding which college to choose, you can contact us in the Instagram link given below. So now which department or stream is the best in the engineering? In true sense, there is nothing like that. All the departments have their own peculiar advantages. It's all about your skill development in those respective areas to be successful in the courses which you take. If you pursue degree courses in any of the arts college, you can become a teacher or a professor, but you have to do higher courses to achieve that status. For example, if you do BSc chemistry, you have to do MSc chemistry, MPhil and so on, and you can go on till PhD. Degree courses also serve as entry pass to many examinations, which I will tell in a short while. I think nowadays BSc Agriculture is a trending topic running in the mind of many people. The reason is that there is a myth that if you do BSc Agriculture, you can easily clear the group exams or the civil service examinations. There is nothing like that, it's just a myth. But if you do agriculture, you can enter into any agrochemical industries, become an agricultural officer, and also involve in research for better crops and pesticide development. So next we'll see about how to become a chartered accountant. Chartered accountant is a course related to accounting, auditing, taxation and giving financial advice. To become a chartered accountant, one has to appear for foundation course after class 12th exam, be it from any stream. After clearing the foundation course, you have to complete the intermediate course, and followed by that IT and soft skills course, and then you have 3 years of practical training with a qualified CA, after which you are eligible for the final CA examinations. Then you will be the member of ICAI if you clear that exam. ICAI is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Last but not the least, how to crack UPSC. This is a very interesting topic. The basic requirement for that is you must complete a degree course, be it from MBBS, engineering or any of the arts. But if you choose BA history or political science or sociology, it will be very useful and easier for cracking the UPSC exam. Other than UPSC, there are state level group exams like TNPSC in Tamil Nadu and some bank exams and railway recruitment board exams. We will come up with a detailed video regarding the service exams, so stay tuned with us. Hope this content was very useful. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any queries, leave it in the comment box. Please do like, share and subscribe our channel and stay tuned for further updates.